Okay, okay. All right. There we go. I see that we are live.
Hey,
Yes.
you hear me all right? We good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Perfect.
Yeah, let's
Trying
get
to get closer?
a little closer if you can.
No problem at all.
Jay Nice.
What's happening, brother? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling nervous, bro. I'll
There's
be honest with you.
no need, no need.
Yeah, man. So for people that don't know or haven't heard of you or been living under a rock, give the audience a little, lace them up on who Jay Nice is, on what you represent, and what you're all about.
Yeah, man.
Let's get more people on this live.
Okay. I'm gonna start sending some links too, man. But yeah, J Nice to KB, also known as J Nice to King and Builder, from Richard from Bronx, New York. Been doing music for about 19 years. I want to say seriously since 2011 when I had my first release, but I was rapping far beyond that during the mixtape era. Been a Christian hip hop artist the entire time, local battle rapper, event planner. I've been there. You sound low right now? We good?
Yeah, right now it sounds like
Check. Ooh. There it goes. Oh yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
I hear it.
I don't know why it does that.
I don't know. But been doing event planning, community leader, community activist, stuff like that for all of my career. So that's I guess who Jay Nice would be if I had to do a short brief, bio and stuff like that.
Yeah, nice. So what got you into music?
Man, I come from a musical family. Like actually my parents met in choir in college, so they've done music their whole lives. My stepdad does music as well, plays 5 different instruments. Oh, I heard that one.
Yeah. Yo.
There we go. Oh, yeah.
That's weird.
Check. If y'all listen, let us know if you can hear us.
Please let us know.
If you can hear us well.
Right. Huh. All right. I can hear it. I don't know why it's sounding like that.
I don't know. It sounds fine to me, so I don't know what if it sounds different or anything. Yeah.
Maybe it's just these earphones.
It could be.
Because we were on earlier and we were just like, yeah, it's sounding good.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Check 1, 2. What is this?
Yeah. All right. Hello.
Check.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we're on. I don't know what's going on. Either way. So this new album with Dray South.
But when we look at here, it says we're not. Is that right?
We should be live on
If we're live and y'all can hear it, go ahead. Yeah, it says somebody's watching. So
we should be live on YouTube as well.
Go ahead and drop in the comments if y'all can hear us on YouTube.
Please, on YouTube, on Facebook. We're on Facebook as well. We should be live. We're streaming on StreamYard.
Okay.
StreamYard gives us the power and ability to simultaneously broadcast on different platforms. We use 2 Facebook platforms and 1 YouTube. So we're there. This song I want to play is called "Making Noise."
Oh, that's the one you were talking about?
Yes,
I know you said you were jamming one of them earlier, man.
Yeah, this is the one, and I dig it. We're also listening to some of your older stuff and some of the battle raps.
Okay.
We're gonna play this right here. I'm gonna bring it back. I'll let this play for a little bit if you don't mind.
My wordplay is witty, but my message is too gritty. They call me a general. I hope that title fit me. Dray South hitting my cell, say I'm king of the city. These the lyrics that we cracking sound waves with. They try to shove our souls in the basement. We left the room and showed them what that bass meant. Now they can't listen in the maze.
Sorry, bro.
Noise time. Quiet time. We gotta make some noise now. Noise now. And we ain't going quiet time. Quiet time. That's a body bag, toe tied for a bullet. Through the Bluetooth or an ox cord.
right. Good, sir.
Yes, sir.
On with that, we've been good all day until it's time to go live.
So it's time to go to work,
I
right?
guess that's one of the things about live. But we're most definitely on. We're here with J9. So music, you know, it's nice. What made you get into the whole battle rapping?
Man, battle rapping. So I've been a fan of battle rap or rap battling, whatever you want to call it, for a long time. I mean, I was raised in New York, lived in Harlem for a little bit, lived off of 133rd between Linux and 7. A lot of people know that as the street that Mace, the rapper, the Bad Boy record, Mace is from. And the streets in New York are a little different, so the blocks are shorter than they are in Texas. And so, like a 15.
Sorry.
No, you're fine with it. There we go. But a 15, block walk can be like 5 minutes in New York, where versus like in Texas, where everything is so spread out and far apart or whatever. So I grew up essentially down the street from like Murder Mook and T-Rex and the Bronx and Harlem are like the difference between like compared to people in Austin, like Cedar Park and Leander, like they're right next to each other. It's like literally a bridge that's less than a mile wide. So I lived in both and I lived between both. So I grew up watching battle rap happen constantly. I just never decided to go into it. But then I had a couple of friends that were Christians who were going into it, how to effectively do it, you know what I'm saying? So I went to an event with Street Hymns in Atlanta. I went to a Open Battle League event. And then when I went to that with Dray South and it was myself, Dray South, Gazelle, like a bunch of Christian rappers, like Rapzilla was there, like a whole bunch of Christian media outlets to watch Street Hymns battle. And it was just kind of a comfortable. I was like, I think I want to do this. And then I was going to encounter Morgan, who is really, really close to me, man. It's like family. And he was like, I'm going to start battle rapping. And so I was like, bro, like, slow down. Let's, let's look at the field for a while and decide what we want to do before we do it. And he's like, no, I'm ready. And so he started. And so we started having all of these friendships and relationships being built with battle rappers and things like that. And I have a friend by the name of John who was the person who helped me do everything. Like my first videos, he helped me for my first mixtapes, my first album. Like he's been my first album. I think I had like 18 songs on it. He produced like 15 of them. Oh, wow. So he was the person who was the cameraman for the battle rap league. And so he told one of the league owners about me, and one of the league owners happened to call me when I was on a plane headed to New York. And it was like, yo, what's up? You want to battle? And I was like, I don't know what's going on. I wonder if they can hear that.
No. Yeah, it's been good, but I don't know why it does that. Anyway, so battle rapping has been part of your life growing up.
So it was always part of my life growing up, and when I got that text, it was like go time. And I was like in a weird place in my life anyway, where I was like, how am I gonna continue to stay inspired to write?
Yeah.
And so I switched right over to doing that. Finished my first battle, did very well. As I'm walking off the stage, I run into some other battle rap artists who kind of took me in. So shout out to Frontline, shout out to Mac and Benji, Son in Trouble, Odanga, Six Shots, Foolish Carly, things like that. And they were like, yo, like we really want to help you do what you're doing. So they kind of locked in with us and started helping me to become a better writer. And the next thing I know, I'm 5 battles deep as a part of who I am now. People, like a lot of people know me more as a battle rapper than they do as an artist now. So it's really interesting to see that transition. And it just went well. You try and people like hearing it and seeing it from me. So that's how that all began. That's how it all started.
Yeah. And so
it is
okay. So with the whole Christian, what made you like say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just spit Lord Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's my savior. Why not?
Do you mean in battle rap or in music?
In general, because you're doing it in both.
Yeah.
You're doing in battle rap.
For me, I had just a real experience with God. And it changed the way I view the world. And it's kind of like if you are in a situation to where a truth is revealed to you and you feel like, wow, where did this come from? Like, why did nobody tell me about this before? Like, how am I just learning about something that happened, 2,000 years ago, stuff like that? As it became more real to me or more realistic to me with my relationship with Christ, it's all I cared to talk about. And so as I was creating art, it's all I wanted to rap about. Like, why would I rap about anything else when this is like the most amazing truth ever? I always compare it to if somebody showed you how to get $1 million, right? But you only get that $1 million once. But all your homies can come and get that $1 million as well. Wouldn't you tell your homies where the money was? You know what I mean? And that's what I kind of compare my faith to, like my walk in Christ. Like once I came to this beautiful truth and this freedom in Jesus, it was like, why wouldn't I want to tell other people that no more?
Yeah.
Like I started realizing like there's a lot of things that I struggled with that I thought I had to do. Like I thought I had to be hard. I thought I had to be a thug. Like I tell people all the time, like I expected to be gay by 21. I expected to have a kid by 17. I expected like all of these horrible things to happen to me because that's all I saw. So I was like, that's just what life is. And then once I realized that I didn't have to do that, and I found the truth of who Jesus Christ was or who Jesus Christ is to me and like what it was to live out scripture in my life, I started seeing that it freed me from a lot of things. Like I realized like I didn't have to be addicted, I didn't have to be a fighter, I didn't have to be a gang member, I didn't have to be all the things that I thought I needed to survive. And after that, that's all I wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm only motivated to write when I have a new revelation of God in my life. You know what I'm saying? So,
I did that. Like, like with a lot of people that they go through a lot of things in life, and people are like, man, don't lose faith in God and this and that, and then they go and talk about guns in their, have guns in their music and stuff like that. Like some people just talk it, some people actually live it, and you're one of those persons that actually live it. You don't have to sugarcoat anything when it comes to telling people you're a messenger. Oh, I don't see. That's what your name was.
Yes, nailed it. We were talking earlier about
Shout out to MOC.
Yeah.
I always go to that. But, him. And, it's just important. Like, from what I see, you're not like one of those persons that, is, like, they call them Bible pushers. Some people, they, like, try to get you, like follow them and convert, and, like, oh, you have to, like, to each its own. Everybody has their own belief. And, God, Jesus touches everybody differently. So it's just how you, react from that initial grab or that awakening or whatever it is, without being too like religious, because everybody they have their own beliefs and stuff like that. But it's just putting the power, power and the sincerity of what you're hearing or what you're doing or what you're going through in life. And I think that makes it more of an impact.
For sure. And I think everybody has like a different call. And I realized a long time ago, like the one that's like on the corner with the bullpen screaming, you better, I mean, not the bullpen, the bullhorn screaming, like, you better actually accept Jesus now. I realized that wasn't an effective way to show my religion for me. Now, I've seen it work though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen other people who can see stuff like that and have a transformative change there. That's not my mission. That's not what God's called me to be. I prefer to share with my art. I prefer to share it with my relationship with people. I'm usually very intentional with who I share my time with. You know what I'm saying? And who I build relationships with. And so I found that to be a more effective way for them to understand my religion, or my faith or my belief in God. And my hope is that if I am doing the best that I can, that something you see in me will make you want to inquire of God yourself. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have nobody tell me like, hey, come to the altar now and then you'll know Jesus. Like I literally came to Jesus in my bedroom by myself in a closet. I didn't have no big church event. I didn't have no, big person yelling at me or me just feeling like I'm going to hell, so I need to change. I literally went in my closet and was like, I have no direction. I like show me what I'm supposed to do. And the very next day I got my assignment like this.
I remember being a kid and growing up, church, pretty much growing up as a Christian, your family. My mom, when she got married, we went to the church, kind of like Fort Sam. And we were the only Hispanics in the church. It was a black dominant church. It was so cool having a pastor calling us
And he made it fun. Never been a church like that, you know.
Right.
And so they'd be like, hey, let's have these Hispanic kids read hymns, and we're reading hymns, and we got involved in the church. And like, it's just totally different. And after church, we got a big old feast.
Yes,
You know,
bro,
you're
like a
eating,
big
and
Sunday dinner.
man, is that what we go to church for? Big Sunday dinner, I'm down with it.
Yeah.
You know, and then throughout the time growing up and then living life, and you start to, you know, lose this or you lose that, and you kind of get discouraged when it comes to, you know,
Sure.
faith and what you believe in and whatnot. So, like, for me,
Have
I
you ever
just,
seen that movie, Pursuit of Happiness? Like,
yes, but not all the way through.
Okay.
Not all the way
I'm
through.
gonna tell you a crazy story. Like that, when I watched that movie, right? Like I teared up a lot.
Yeah.
Because that was my life, right? Like I was raised by a single dad, and we were talking about churches early, and we were talking about churches, different faiths and stuff like that. I grew up in the Bronx. So the Bronx, the South Bronx is predominantly Puerto Rican and Dominican. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And so we would go to this local Catholic church where we're the only black kids there, and they would feed us. And that's how we would get our meals. So we were so poor that we couldn't survive. So we'd go to the Catholic church on Tuesday to eat. Then we went to a white Protestant church across the street on Thursdays to eat. And all of these places, like, that displayed their faith just met our needs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't know where I was going. I wasn't learning much, but I know, hey, they love me, they're nice to me, they're friendly, they feed me, and on Christmas they buy us gifts. You know what I'm saying? And then as I got older, I became the person that was giving gifts. I became the person that was giving the meals because I understood how much more they were necessary. So like being accepted by another culture, another people group also helped me to where I never viewed anybody's religion as less than or greater than.
Yeah.
Because like the church taught me at 8, 9 years old. Like that, but I didn't, like you're saying, I didn't walk in that faith. Like I didn't come to the knowledge of Jesus or accept Jesus as my own Savior until years later, but I knew I wanted to be that when I got on my feet. I was like, I want to feed just like this church used to. Like when you talk about the Sunday dinners, I was like, man, one day I'm gonna get enough money that I'm gonna feed people like this. And I remember feeling that at like 8 or 9. You know what I'm saying? And then I found, like I was telling somebody the other day, the music is how we were able to do it. That's how I was raising all these funds. Like we started a food pantry in Austin, Texas, and I don't want to say neighborhood, but like in a lower income neighborhood, not a lower income. I don't mean that offensively. But that's how I was able to fund it, like just with this music and throwing in concerts. And I had a situation, man, where I needed some work done, like kind of like some construction work done with like the church and things like that. And the guy came by and he was like, yo, I know you from somewhere. And I was like, okay, like whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, I go to church, is that where you know me from? And he was like, no. Yeah, well, I actually did go to your church. He was like, you should go to hip hop concerts. And he told me the story about how him and his wife were homeless. And like when they had nowhere to go, they knew that like, hey, this Sunday we can go to this church and J Max is gonna be feeding. Yeah. So they would come and get their meal, and then we had like clothes that you could pick up, we had school supplies, and that's how they survive. You know what I'm saying? And when you have those kind of relationships with people, it builds. Like even when we were talking before, when we got on camera, you were like, I remember you from like 13 years ago. Now, those are the kind of conversations I was talking to my mom on the way up here. But I was like, yo, I'm tired. Like I'm tired of doing this. Like not the interviewing, not the music, but like giving so much of yourself. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And my mom was like, it's not about you anymore. Like it's about what God's design and purpose is for you. And there's a little 8-year-old kid, 9-year-old kid, black kid right now that's like, yo, I need food. They don't care about religion. They don't care about faith. And the little Hispanic kid that looks up to me, I had a kid, oh my gosh, bro. And I'm sorry to ramble. I'm rambling.
No, you're good, man. That's what I want.
We were shooting a video about 3 weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago. And this kid, and my homie was like, yo, I want to bring my homie, I want to encourage him. He makes beats, but like he's kind of, living a different life right now. I'm trying to show him what it can be like to be a Christian, Dude brings the little kid or whatever. I ain't think nothing about it. Kid is cool as I don't know what, super helpful, respectful. You know what I mean? Like I'm at the age now where people call me sir. It's weird. It's so weird. But he's like, sir, can I talk to you? And I'm like, yeah, man. Like, what's up? Like, and he pulls me, bro. He shows me a picture of me holding this little Hispanic kid. Like when I'm younger, I'm like, this is crazy. Where you get this picture from? Like, who is this? And he's like, this is me. Oh, wow. And I'm like, whoa. Like, now this kid's taller than me with, like, facial hair, and he's a musician, and he's living his life. And I realized, like, yo, this call that I had to serve people beyond whether or not I feel like it, beyond whether or not I feel like the love is getting reciprocated, and beyond if my girl for the moment wants to talk to me or say hi. I'll be sitting there frustrated, like, man, my girl know what I'm saying, this kid encouragement because I'm distracted. Like, whatever the case it is, man, this music is bigger than me now. It's bigger than what I want it to be. And it's helped to feed for decades now, and I want to keep doing it.
There you go. Jay Nice, y'all.
Yeah.
Jay Nice, my good sir. I do appreciate you stopping by. Of course, I call this Live in the BoneZone.
Yeah.
Big Sam Heard, where I pay homage to Bone Thugs in Harmony.
Facts.
I'm a huge Bone Thugs in Harmony fan. I like to say I'm like an advocate for Bone Thugs.
Bone Thugs is one of my favorite songs of all time. Like my top 2 hip hop songs of all time is Bone Thugs and Notorious Thugs. Like that is one of my favorite songs. It's not my favorite. It's probably 2 or 3 for sure.
Yeah, and I did it. Speaking of that, like Fast and the Furious 10, they had a soundtrack, and they sampled Notorious Thugs. So like even now, they're still getting some type of royalties off of that. Like,
I love how movies are doing that now, like taking classic hip hop songs and just remastering it to me. Like, cause it sounds big now when you hear it. Like it's like the instrumentation for that song just sounds like powerful now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's crazy. And like growing up listening to Buckles and Harmony, like that was my life. Like for you mentioned some people that like battle rapper type stuff, but you have any like inspirations when it comes to like what inspired you, like musically?
Yeah. Young me would say Biggie for sure. Biggie and Joe Budden are probably the biggest 2 like rappers that made me want to rap. Like Biggie, I saw myself in Biggie. Like I was really insecure as a kid. I was really like uncomfortable. Crazy story. I'm 8 years old. My dad breaks his leg, lost both his jobs. Like I'm telling you, like the pursuit of happiness is my life. Like that story. So like we're going to get like apply for welfare, and they denied us this day. And my dad has like $5 left, right? And then we're applying, like we're literally living out of a shelter, bouncing from shelter to shelter, find a place to live. And my pops has $5. We go down to a Burger King, they should sell like Whoppers for $1 on Tuesday. So he's like, we're gonna split these 2 Whoppers and go home and be hungry for the rest of the week because they just denied us for welfare, so we can't do that, and we ain't got nowhere to live. So hopefully we get into the shelter on time. Bro, we walk out of the welfare office to go to Whataburger, and we see like a sea of people. I don't know how many people were really there because I'm all of 7, 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? But my dad is so terrified he's gonna lose me in the crowd. He puts me on his shoulders. As he's lifting me up, bro, I see Puffy and Biggie walk out on stage. Oh, wow. And it's a free concert in the middle of Harlem on 125th Street with Puffy, Biggie, Total, Craig Mack, like the whole Bad Boy roster. Okay. And it changed my life. Like that moment, I'm seeing this fat, perceivably unattractive guy with a cocked eye come out and rock a whole crowd. Everybody screaming crazy. And I was like, I want to be like him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so that was my earlier introduction to where I was like my first rapper. First album I ever bought was the album I told you, the Life After Death by Notorious B.I.G. Had Notorious Thugs on there. It was like the 2nd song on the disc. And then as I got a little older, probably like 17, it was Joe Budden. A friend of mine from Persia came to America. She learned English from speaking from hip hop CDs. Oh, wow. She learned English from like Googling and researching what the lyrics meant. Taught herself English, so she spoke it with an urban accent. So we just all assumed she was Mexican. She was Persian. But she was like, you gotta hear this. And she gives me the Joe Budden album. Then she gave me New Music 2 and 3. And I'm so like from 17 to 19, that's all I listened to, right? Yeah. It's like that. And Chameleon is another one. Like all this time, I'm getting this music as I'm figuring out who I am in life, right? Then after I become a Christian, I hear a guy named Fanatic, and he's in a group called Cross Movement, and this is probably lyrically the best rapper I've ever heard at that time. You know, Fanatic is just inspiring. Like, he ends up becoming like a professor. He ends up writing books and all this stuff like that. So if we're talking about my influence that made me want to rap, it would be Biggie, Joe Budden, and Fanatic. Those would be the ones. And Chameleon for sure. I wanted to be Chameleon so bad. Like my first, he had a mixtape called Mixtape Messiah. So my first mixtape was Mixtape for the Messiah. Like, so I wanted to be Chameleon so bad when I was a kid, man. But yeah, those are my earlier influences for rap. But as far as battle rap, there's a guy named Aver out of St. Louis. Okay. And I always thought battle rap was cool. I always thought it was creative. it became my own when I watched Averb Battle. And it was something about him that reminded me of my dad when my dad was young. Like real, like smooth, like dressed well, like dapper. But then when he would rap, he would just paint this imagery of these things that you can see. You know what I'm saying? Like he had a line that was like, I'm Lucifer in the flesh. Yes, you feel the steam. I can walk through Detroit and make buildings lean. And I just remember in my head as a kid feeling like, yo, what is that like to make a building lean? He said, how about a camera standing, banging 2 cannons. The spark trouble looked like I was waving Roman candles. And I can see this imagery. And that's when I fell in love with battle rap. Like, I'm like, yo, I can paint whatever picture I want with whatever words I want to say at that current moment. Man. Nice. So those are my influences for music and for battle rap, for sure.
So besides music,
Yeah.
like what do you do besides music? What do you got going on? Like life?
Yeah, man. Right now, music is taking over my life.
Yeah.
Right now, like, if it's not music, it's battle rap. I mean, I have kids, and so they're also, but they are super into music. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird because like my older sister's a drummer, and she got a record deal before I ever did. Both of my parents have done music. My mom went to college for music. My dad's a musician. Like, so music has always been everything. And now both my daughters dance competitively, and so music is everything for me right now. Like, I'm really focused on that and recommitting my life to Jesus. Like, not as if I've left or walked away, but I found like during COVID, man, my faith kind of lessened and got weaker. And I stopped being active and helping to pursue the will of God. And I just kind of was like waiting for God to do something for me. And I got into a place where I was like, nah, you gotta get to work. Like, it's time to work. You know what I'm saying?
I think that. Yeah. So like music, it's life. I believe that.
Yeah.
You know, like people that say music is life, and like they go into something, but it's like for some people it really is. Like, you know, me here on the podcast, we talk about life, death, and everything else in between.
Right.
You know, and like people, they don't like to talk about death and stuff, especially like when they've lost somebody recently or family members. But hey, it's a part of life.
That is very
You
true.
know what I'm saying? It's going through it. It's sad because, you know, I think Shelby, my girlfriend, she was like, I think she looked up a statistic where it says like a person dies every 3 seconds, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's right, but to me, it's
I can believe it when
you know what I'm saying?
people
And like you think about it, you're like, man, like one of those days, one of those 3 seconds is gonna be us.
Yeah.
You know, but while we're here, you know, we have opportunity to love as many people, to help as many people, you know, hopefully guide as many people as we like, or misguide them if that's what they want, you know, because some people aren't looking for guidance.
Yeah.
You know, not everybody is looking for that. Some people, they're trying to do this, trying to do that. Not saying I'm the person that wants to like, oh, hey, this is bad or whatnot, but you know, when I was a kid, they used to tell me, don't do drugs, don't do drugs, don't do drugs. And when you're in the ghetto and that's all you see, you're like, man, I'm doing this drugs.
Yeah.
So I think some people, we have to do that reverse psychology on them, and it might work, you know, but it's like, it's all in us, you know, like how determined we are, how motivated we are to want to like better ourselves. Some people just like, fuck it. Somebody else is going to do it for me.
Yeah, I think, you know what, too, and I think like everybody has their own purpose, right? Or like whatever it is they're called to do. I feel like that is my purpose because like I'm someone who usually tries to help you navigate to what it is that you feel your purpose is. You know what I'm saying? Like I agree with you. Like if we're not living to help people at all, then like essentially we're living like a selfish lifestyle.
Yeah.
One of my mentors though, he told me, he was like, you didn't have to be selfish because like we can find so much joy and like trying to have like a savior complex and like save everybody that we think that we're now the most important person in the world. And we're like, well, if you listen to me, you're not doing it right.
Yeah.
And so like I think in my early years I became that. And then as I've gotten older, man, I'm just more like I am just designed to create and I hope it helps you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the same way that I am here. Like we do our thing. And sometimes when we don't have a special guest, special co-host, we just talk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Play music. I tell people, hey, send me music. Da, 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 da. Is it all good music? No, it's not all good. It's trash. But it's besides the purpose. It's the whole support thing. You know, do I tell them, hey, this isn't the best stuff? sometimes I do. I have to because if you're an artist and you believe everything you do is just banging and it's not really, then you know, like you're lying to yourself. You know what I'm saying? I am just here to tell you the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
love it. I like honest feedback too. Like I'm one of those people. Like if you don't like what I do, tell me. You know what I'm saying? But then there's a difference between you not liking what I do or not being you, or you just be a hater.
Yeah.
But I tell a lot of people like I made 6 projects before I got a decent one. Not even a good one. I made 6 projects before I got a decent one,
Right.
and then 4 more before I got a good one. You know what I'm saying? So like,
It takes time. It takes work.
yes.
You know, it's all who you work with, like who's putting your stuff together, who's producing your stuff, your engineer, like how they make it sound. All this stuff, it does come into play. You know, also like when you actually perform what you create,
Yes.
that also, you know, sets you apart from artists that really don't perform right,
Yes.
that are horrible and live, you know, that they're playing their music and in the back and you can barely even hear them. Hopefully, like, better than, you know, it's just weird sometimes. Like, in the artist, like, it's hard being somebody that supports as many artists as a podcaster.
Right.
And you go and support these people, and some of them let you down. You're like, look, I'm not supporting your ass. Like, no, man, no.
Or like you introduce like an artist to somebody else, and then the artist does something crazy, and now they're looking at you like you're a homeboy. And I'm like, oh, like I was just connecting y'all. I didn't know
I get some people they watch the podcast and then I got their homeboy on, and then like maybe like a few days later or the same day, somebody's like, hey, I want to be on too. I'm like, this is not just a podcast where you just you and your homeboys, y'all chilling. Like, I want artists that are really serious, that are passionate, that, you know, really take it serious.
Yes.
You know, like music, it's not just a hobby for some people, it's a lifestyle. It's how they make a living. You know, I don't understand why people disrespect the art so much. And it's now becoming more common than ever because that's what's trending. People that are making fun of themselves or saying stupid shit or whatever the case may be.
I think people are trying to just be remembered, and either that or they're trying to run a quick bag. Like we talked about earlier, like being from the hood, like you start to try to figure out anything quick. You know what I'm saying? Saying that like a lot of people never want to sell drugs, but they're like, hey, I have to eat my family somehow. So I'm gonna do that. And now that you finish rap, like a lot of people feel like it's easy to make music. It's simple, like I can run this bag up, and that's why we're getting like a watered down version of what the art is supposed to be. And I can't blame them for doing it, but at the same time, I'm like, once you figure out what you're doing is not good, work to improve it at least. Like, I love the saying, like, if I fed you, then at least set the table. Like, if I cook the meal, at least set the table. And I feel like we have a lot of legends in hip hop that fed us the meal. The least we can do is get the table right. You know what I'm saying? Put the plates out, like, so that when we present it to the next generation behind us, they're like, okay, I'm gonna build the house around it. I'm gonna build the chairs to go, and we look back at this beautiful home. You know what I'm saying? But we're always gonna have like the negative things that come in, just like any house, you're always gonna have termites, or you're gonna have remnants, like you're gonna have hating neighbors or something trying to destroy whatever it is you built. Like it's your responsibility to leave it better than when you got there. You know what I'm saying?
I dig it. That's you know what we're here for. We have our kids to worry about. You know, our kids are how they might be our future presidents of America. Like, but a lot of people don't worry about that. They're worried about, you know, money. You know, like we need money to pay bills. I know we need money to put clothes on our backs. You know, we need money to pay the rent, to keep a roof over our head, and light on and stuff like that.
And I have this beautiful podcast.
Oh yeah. You know, but like for some people, like that destroys them. You know, like that's all they care about. Like they forget about the people that support them and love them, and they ignore a bunch of signs. They're like, man, you gotta change your ways. You gotta do this, and then you're being like caught up in like legal systems when it comes to, you know, they got the big time, but how are they doing? Selling dope. You know, like that fast life. You know, people see it. People want to be a part of it, and then you get absorbed into that life, and you're like, oh, now I'm so dealer, and now I'm a gang member, and now I'm classified, if I ever this and that, it's, I don't understand why people think that that image is the right image, to portray, like, just be yourself.
I think a lot of people get older too, and they, for the ones who are listening, get older, like you'll see all the big like drug dealers throughout history, at least from like the 70s, 80s, 90s. They're all older now, and they're all like, "Yo, don't do this."
Yeah.
They're all telling you like, "Don't come this way."
Yeah.
Like we got so many TV shows now, like between like Snowfall and BMF and Mayor of Kingstown, that show you like the negative impact. It shows you I'm up right now,
Yeah.
but how much you have to look over your back, how much you have to be terrified. Like sometimes you do something negative, and it's like for the next 10 years you gotta look over your shoulder. And it don't even gotta be some drugs. Like you fight somebody and they still live in your neighborhood. Now
But
they
it's just very related to somebody.
that's a that, I got a lot of family members that have been in jail,
It's
in
like,
prison and stuff like that. Yeah.
like people, they use your family as that. It's, if you deal with somebody in a way, you deal with that person. Don't get family involved or this and that, because that's personal. Like business is business. Like people always, and it's just wow. That's wow. Don't go to Mexico right now.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
I got a friend that's terrified to
That's
go
so
to
crazy.
Mexico.
We just happened to somebody, and a lot of people, they like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with this world, but we do need a little bit of Jesus Christ in our life. Not a little bit, but a good amount. We need awareness, really. We need people to know that this life is more than what it is.
Yeah, shout out to Cal Martin, just said that he's watching right now. Shout out to yourself. Shout out back to Vinci. A lot of people are tuning in like, yo, I really like Martin here. So shout out to y'all.
Yeah,
Thanks
most
for
definitely.
tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe. Give it a like.
Yeah. So social media, you're not really on much on Facebook, or you're like on Instagram and
I tell everybody, follow Dray South.
Twitter, anything like
It's
that.
like I have a Twitter, but I'm never on there. Like I never even remember that Twitter exists until somebody says Elon Musk's name, and I'm like, oh yeah, like it's social media was like a huge thing for me, like a little while ago. But then like it's just so much with it. Like number one, like I was getting so much responses that nobody believed that I was a real person. Like Facebook was like, are you a bot? Then number two, like it caused so much like drama and like between people you're arguing with and family getting mad at you. Like social media is just not for me. I always tell everybody YouTube, like if you want to know what my heart is, listen to my heart. Like and that's what the music is. But if you feel like you gotta like have some sort of connection when you do social media, follow at the real Dray South and tell me whatever it is. I need to know. They're related. I have people that like handle it all for me, but like I'm never like really paying attention to it like that. I'm just at a different point in life than I was a few years ago. And I had friends all the time telling me like, "Well, how are you supposed to be famous like this big artist?" I was like, I've never desired to be famous. Like I didn't get into music to be famous. I just wanted to make sure that God was glorified through what I was doing, my art, and I just happened to be really, really, really good at rapping. And Calvin, I said, if I have bars, I'm the greatest rapper in the world. So you gotta just remember that.
Heck yeah, man. I dig it. I dig it. So, like, music, I also like to talk about food.
Okay.
I'm a huge foodie.
Me too. Let's go. Let's go.
So locally,
Okay.
what's your thing that you like to do? Breakfast. Let's give a whole rundown, like your day, like your meals, and you have a certain prep that you do.
I'm gonna give you like, so Austin is like super like hipster right now, like super hipster foodie relations, like relationship places, like with relationships and stuff like that. Man, if I am going with breakfast, I'm gonna give you like three different options. We have a place called First Watch. I don't know if that's everywhere, but First Watch is like really, really good. There's a place called Pancake House in Austin that is like what everything I was supposed to be and used to be, and it didn't make it. That's probably one of my favorite places right now. And then there's a little Mexican restaurant that I've been going to since I was like probably 14, 15 years old called La Tapatia. Shout out to La Tapatia in Austin. Austin. Yep. So for breakfast, if I'm doing lunch, I'm a sandwich person. So I think off the top of my head, I'm thinking Jersey Mike's is a place. Y'all done here? Jersey Mike's?
I think we do have a Jersey.
I don't even know if that's a chain or if that's a local thing or not.
Yeah,
But
well,
Jersey
I
Mike's.
think we got Jersey Mike's here.
Yeah. But if we're talking like dinner, steak, barbecue, Mexican, and sushi.
There we go.
All of those
All in one sitting?
all of them at the same time, bro. I want all of those. Like I'm one of those like I can eat Mexican food and barbecue every day.
Yeah.
I can eat that every day. Like it's just what I prefer.
You ever had brisket enchiladas?
Yes, yes, bro. And then there's I'm not you said that there's some restaurant that is like a fusion place now that Hula Hut. We have a place called Hula Hut in Austin that's right off of the lake. And it's Polynesian Mexican barbecue fusion. So it's all of those together. And it's right off the side of the lake and everything's set up with like Hawaiian themed and Pacific Islander themed stuff like that. So like you can get like chicken queso and then like shrimp tacos. Like you know what I'm saying? And they have like brisket enchiladas and everything's named after like a surfer move or something like that. So shout out to Hula Hut. I need to be paid for all of this promo. But that would be like if I had to pick 3 for each meal. Places I like.
So like,
I was gonna ask you, what's up with you? You got
I'm a burgers. I love burgers. I'm
Okay.
a burger freak.
Okay.
I won one day on my own food truck and restaurants where we had memorabilia in our restaurant, kind of like a hard rock, but with just more memorabilia. And my dad has we have a whole museum. My dad actually collects memorabilia.
That's fine.
So he has a whole museum over here on the west side of 94.
Yeah.
And people freak out when they see that place. They're like, yeah, what the heck? Like, he said senators there. Like, it's just crazy. What I was gonna say is like something that you like. Let's say you have a product,
Okay.
your own product.
Okay.
What would it be, and how would you like advertise it?
You mean like outside of music?
Yeah, outside of music. Yeah, like
Here's you my thoughts away, bro. So I thought somebody gonna take my idea. Okay. I really love hats.
all right.
Like hats, like I've collected baseball caps since I was a kid. Like I remember when I was young, and let me tell you this is so weird. When I was young, my dad bought me a bootleg Yankees cap, and like ever since then, like people were making fun of me about it. I became real big on like the quality of hats and the brands of hats and how they would work and stuff like that. So if I had, and I currently have in the making right now, at least in a ground level, I would work on like baseball caps, and I would figure out how to make like baseball caps and beanies and dad hats and trucker hats. Like I would love to have like my own hat collection, like something that is like really there. How I would market it would be like brand representation. I would associate like each hat and have like each like somebody who inspired me to come and design their own hat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I wouldn't even do like just people because they were famous. I would do like people who inspired me throughout my life.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people don't know this. Like I'm a huge POD fan, like the band POD, and I love Leonard Skinner as well. So I would have like a Southern rock hat that is still urban. You know what I mean? Or you have like, that's a great idea. And don't copyright that. I will timestamp this.
They heard it, yeah. I'll be there with you.
That would be definitely. You're like, I saw it. I asked him the question.
Yeah, so
That would be nice. And I think too, like I really enjoy doing management, man. Like I do everything for music from the ground up. So like I can help somebody produce a beat, I can write songs for people, I can help them get the music distributed, I can direct them to the studio, help them get a music video, teach them how to tour. Like there's artists in Austin that I've done like consulting, music consulting in another business where like shout out to my man Lil J, he's somebody from Austin that's coming up as an artist. He's one of the people that I've been working with. Shout out to One Loop, shout out to Jay Lou. These are just artists out of the Austin area that I've done like a lot of consulting with and like help to add my little 2 cents to their career. You know what I'm saying? That's how me and Dray South got really cool. Is the same thing. Like I just saw him and was like, yo, you were super talented. I want to do whatever I can to help get you there. And some artists need less work. Like Dre just needed a spotlight on him. He was already this great rapper, already this great artist. His mind, the way it works, and the way he views the world is already so different. But I was like, all I had to do is create a platform for you. And the same with Calvin Martin. Like I just had to create a platform and be like, hey, bro, don't say it that way. You know what I'm saying? And from there on, like I would love to do and continue to do music management and consulting. So, but I want to do hats more than I want to do that.
hats are my passion, man. Like if you ever see me, it's rare that you see me without a hat.
Yeah, I think everything I've seen.
And I'm not bald, bro. Somebody asked me too, like I have a forehead.
Oh yeah.
But somebody asked me that I took my hat off for one like battle or something, and because I wasn't battling, I was just going to support some friends.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Bro, you got waves?" Yes. They're like, "I thought you were bald." And I was like, "Nah, I just really like hats. Like I don't know. It's like something about when you're a kid and you can't afford something, and now you're an adult and you can't afford it. I'm gonna buy all of them. You know what I mean? And stuff like that."
Man, I dig it. I dig it. I do. Thank you for coming on, of course.
Thank you.
You know, we've been on for a little 45.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. That's a good
just
time.
that way people get a little, if they don't already, support you and follow you. You know, me, I dig it. You know, it's different from what I'm accustomed to, but that's what makes me me because I'm different.
Right.
So usually when you're different, you tend to like things that are different.
Yeah.
You know, I just think it's important that you continue to just do you, man. I'm gonna support you. I can't. Usually on Facebook, a lot of the artists, you know, when they tag me and stuff, they tag me in this, tag me in that. But if Dre's on Facebook, I definitely get for him, and I will continue to support.
And I just started out this thing too. Like I don't know why I'm so late to this. That you can follow people on streaming platforms. So like you can follow me on Spotify, you can follow me on Apple Music, you can follow me on Tidal. There's like a star on all of them.
Yeah, and you're on all of them. You're on all the listening platforms.
Yes, I'm everywhere.
Jay Nice,
Jay Nice, the Kingdom.
the Kingdom Builder. Well, let's talk about that. The Kingdom Builder. How did you name Jay Nice?
Jay Nice is the name that. This is a long story, but I'll try to make it short.
Yeah.
My best friend is like my brother now. Like my family's adopted him. We taking a name like he's family.
Okay.
And when we were younger in high school, he was like really shy, but like he always dressed fly, like always had the biggest chains and medallions. He was driving at 13 years old, like, and he was just so cool to me, but he was shy, like reserved. And so I would joke around, like, and you had people who were like Chuck Norris, Chuck Norris, the best man in the world, or whatever. His name was Bryce, and I used to be like, nah, his name's Be Nice. And Be Nice is the best rapper in the world. Be Nice, and I would joke around, right? But we were so close together, and my stepdad started to go, oh, so he's Be Nice. What are you, Jay Nice? Are you Jay Nice? That's what you want to go by now? And I was like, yo, I like that. And it just stuck. Like from high school on, people were calling me Jay Nice. I tried to come up with like different names throughout my life and use my real name. And it just never worked. Everybody knew me as Jay, everybody knew me as Jay Nice. And so that's how I got my name. Now it became the Kingdom Builder because when I first started rapping, I was in a group of 6 called the Kingdom Builders. And I was the youngest out of the group. Like there was a bunch of other people that this pastor put us together. Okay, so like we had no relationship before music, but then kind of created one after because the pastor was trying to get things to get the youth more involved or whatever. All of us were in the street. None of us knew anything about God. All of us were still trapping and fighting and doing everything, but we were going to church to try to get the steps there.
Yeah.
Well, long story short, Jay Nice, there's so many different Jay Nices there. Like, which one? Like, the Kingdom Builders, you know? And then Jay Nice, the Kingdom Builder, became the name. And as long as I don't know what, so we tried to do Jay Nice and KB. So, yeah.
I like the Kingdom Builder.
Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I like it. You know, it lets people know who you are. You know, and that's what we want. Like, you know, nowadays people have weird ass names.
Slump guys, ski mask.
It's so wild. Where you Jay Nice.
Yeah.
The Kingdom Builder. Man.
And everything spelled right. Like,
Yeah, it's so right. You're not doing the 3 for the E.
My homeboy doesn't 3 for the E.
But that's all good. I know, to which it's on, but like for people, it's just it's all entertainment. At the end of the day, it's for you guys. You know what I'm saying? For the people, it's for our families, for our friends, for people that are strangers sometimes. Those are our biggest supporters. You know what I'm saying? So I hope. I wish you the best, my good sir, of course. Any man of God is going to say they're too blessed to be stressed. You know, because I'm not like a religious person. When it comes to being like, spirit, like, oh, my spirit is my soul, like, it's mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sell it to anybody. Never.
It's my money and I want it now.
Yeah, look at JG Wentworth.
We get that plug. We get
Yeah,
that plug.
unofficial sponsor.
Yeah, yeah.
What is it, JG Wentworth?
Yep, it was JG Wentworth. 877 cash out.
Either way, thank you. I do appreciate you
brother.
being
Thank
on
you.
the live.
I appreciate you.
We're gonna go ahead and hit him with the Deuce Apple Juice.
Make sure y'all check out the album City Council, available now. Very nice to see you building Dray South City Council. So to all my brothers, God bless you.
Definitely. Have a good one. We're out of here, brother. Good. All right. Let's go.
Perfect. That was dope, brother. That was really dope.
Thank you, brother.
No, thank you.
I didn't want to really cut you short.
No, you're good. It's not wrong with me.
I guess my brother got stopped and at the and they towed their car.
Oh,
and
no.
the place closes at 3 or something.
Oh,
so she was
geez.
messaging me like, but we got a good amount. We
No,
got
that was
good.
great. That was
Yeah,
perfect.
we got good.
Most
We're-
interviews are 15 to 20 minutes, so
Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
I'm going to upload the audio will be uploaded on Spotify.
Okay, perfect, perfect. I'm going to. I'm supposed to be meeting with another artist right now to see how available he is, and not how to hang on back home while I can. Hey, what's happening, King? Hey, you still pick up me? Okay. I just finished my interview with the brother, and I'm gonna try to connect.